That's one of the biggest deer I've ever seen in my life. Jesus, that's a tank. He's at 72.
You got a rabbit's foot up your ass or something.
Yeah, I might. We were sitting there kind of disheartened this morning. Like, I just texted you back. We're gonna sit for like a half an hour longer. Ended up just rattling a couple times. Like sitting there listening to a squirrel. I hear a stick crack.
Buck. That's 40. 45.
Alright. I had a gap, probably about the size of that target.
Vitals are blocked. If he steps out another like 6 feet, he'll be at like 45.
When I shot, I thought it was clean, and then when we looked at the footage, you can see a branch probably at 20 yards from us.
Oh, really?
The arrow hit.
I think I hit him a little high and back. Keep an ear out. I think we gotta give him time. I'm skeptical right now. I don't feel like he sunk it right into his heart, that's for sure. I got Derek calling me. What's up, Derek?
What happened?
We were just giving it 30 more minutes. We had some thermals started, and this deer came right along the backside of this ridge.
We stopped him twice.
And got an arrow.
To this small little gap at about 40.
Is it a good one?
Yeah, it's a good one.
All right, well, you want to just meet at the house?
Sure.
All right, well, sounds good. We'll see you there. All right, sounds good.
All right, bye.
Jake had a restless night, and Drock and I had one last day to make something happen.
On a trip where nothing has gone as planned. This morning has gone exactly as planned. You see him?
Dude, he's a big deer. Hit the real call.
Mother. He's right behind that tree.
So we just got done with the morning hunt here, and we're gonna go help Jake get his deer out. We adjusted slightly. We sat right up there this morning. We're thinking he's probably bedded on that point, so we shifted the set a little bit and left it out there, and we're gonna sneak back in this evening and see if we can catch him. Anyway, I'm excited. It's a beautiful spot back there. We just gotta get Jake's deer out in time to make it back, so let's see what we can do.
Alright guys, so we're back here at the parking lot. It's been 22 hours since we shot that buck. Unfortunately, you never want that to happen, but we reviewed the shot footage. The shot was back like we thought. Arrow hit a twig and moved it. We backed out immediately. We didn't even try to track the deer yesterday. We found the arrow, marked it, and we called a dog immediately and just let the deer sit overnight for, like I said, 22 hours now, so almost 24 probably by the time we get there. So we're hoping he didn't make it too far before he bedded down, and we can just walk right to him and the dog will be a backup, but crossing our fingers right now.
After I lost that buck a few weeks back in Michigan, Jake decided to play it safe.
Standing down this little draw here.
Do you seriously?
Dead.
Where's the bottom of the hill?
He's smashed to the bottom of the hill.
You're kidding me.
Freaking awesome.
You can see him down there.
Yeah, his head's sticking up. You can see his neck and his leg, his belly. We brought the dog in. We started following him down the hill, and luckily we backed out, did everything right, and he's right there at the bottom of the hill. So as soon as he got out of danger, he stopped and died right there. Freaking awesome. Freaking having weird dreams about this deer napping and sleeping last night.
Well, let's go get him, man.
Luckily, the shot was better than it looked. That deer was dead 100 yards from impact, and Jake finally got redemption in Wisconsin.
Pick up some hardware, drag the deer out. We just grabbed a 100-foot rope and a pulley because that deer died down a pretty steep hill. And I think what we're gonna try to do is set that up, use our saddles and 2 guys, and just hoist him up the hill. Once we get him there, it should be a fairly straightforward drag out with the deer cart. Always learning something new.
What a beauty. Ah. Yep. Nice deer, congrats. Beautiful buck.
All right, we got a 100-foot rope, got a pulley, tether on a tree. Maybe get 2 guys in a saddle and basically rappel down the hill, pulling the deer up.
This is going to change my world. This is going to change the world for a lot of people, actually. Second evening here in Wisconsin. This is a spot we've hunted the last 2 years, and we've had some really good encounters with some good bucks. So we haven't been in here this year to check for sign or anything. We're just gonna dive in. This is the last wind that works at this spot this entire week. So we're gonna hope, you know, something happens as it's done in the past, and either way it'll be a good hunt just to see if there's any sign down there like there usually is. Last year I sat right here. There was a big scrape right under here, which it's not open back up, but you can see there's a brand new fresh one right there, probably from this morning. There's usually a scrape line that runs all the way from that. There's a big thick area up there that goes up to the bedding points. And there's a scrape line that runs like this, and those bucks work that line and check these points for does. But it's good that there's a fresh scrape. That's good. So what these bucks will do is there's this point coming down here, and they'll drop straight down with the thermals, and they'll round this corner into the wind coming this way and head up top to where the food and all the does end up for the night. Last year I was in here, and there was a really nice deer, probably a 150-inch deer, and he rounded this corner, but I was too far back this way, so I couldn't catch him rounding. So we need to be in a tree that hides us from their bedding, but close enough to that corner so we can pop them when they move. Let's get in that one. Dude, that's what we're looking for. Dude, that's all
as soon as that sun dips below the hills there, those thermals start to pull right out of here. And there's just a ton of scrapes down here. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 scrapes right here. We're sitting right in the middle of them. So I think something's gonna come down this edge over here and come around the corner and should turn right into us. We'll see if we have enough cover to get a shot off. But it's a beautiful evening. That front moved through, it cooled down, that pressure rose, so I think it should be a good evening here. Good old-fashioned hunter harassment. You see him? I don't know where the hell he went. He was moving that way.
Obviously, this wasn't ideal, but we learned something that night. Those deer were used to this guy driving through, so we decided to give it another shot the next morning.
I'm actually gonna leave my stuff here. Let's go walk around that corner and see if there's anything over there in that next draw. It should set up just like this, so it's a real big deer. Look at this track, dude. That's interesting. Must be a gun guy.
2 years ago, I shot a buck in this same system, and he ran onto the private next door. Sometimes things happen for a reason. We ended up asking the neighbor for permission to track. We never found that deer, but it was time for us to make a move, so I decided to go knock on that neighbor's door again.
I thought I'd just stop by and see if there's any way. I don't know if I ever give permission to hunt. We're from Michigan and we're kind of trying to figure out what to do because we know that spot so well. And so I thought it might be worth a shot asking you.
I think that would be okay. So.
We're gone on Monday, so the last day we would be here is Sunday evening.
Okay.
On the field edge, you started grunting. I think I saw his antlers. Yeah, a little buck. Oh no, that's a shooter. That's a shooter. There's another one to the right. Big.
Dude, he's a big deer. Hit the grunt call. He's a tank. Hit it louder. They're both shooters. Hit it loud. They didn't hear you. Deep grunt.
He's at 72. There's no way I'll make that.
We got Jake's deer out of the woods just in time for one final hunt. And after the encounter we had that morning, we were excited to throw the Hail Mary.
This evening is a little bittersweet, I guess. It's October 30th, and I can't wait to get home for my daughter's first Halloween. It's hot out. We got about an hour and a half, and I think we're gonna have a good evening here.
Opportunities come and go, and family always comes first. It's weird because I never had the feeling of frustration after that big buck busted us. As new teammates, Drock and I will never forget that encounter. Plus, that deer's gonna be bigger next year.